We begin in post-communist Poland, Europe, the year 1999. Marianne, a spirit medium who can travel into the spirit realm and who helps troubled souls seek their final peace, has a recurring dream of a man shooting a young girl by a lake. While grieving over the death of her foster father, Marianne receives a mysterious phone call from someone named Thomas, who knows of her abilities. Thomas offers to explain both the origin of Marianne's powers and the meaning behind her dream. However, Thomas is only willing to talk if Marianne meets him at the Niwa Workers' Resort, an abandoned communist-era vacation destination in the Polish wilderness. Niwa has been sealed off for several years by the government after the event known as the Niwa Massacre occurred, where a large number of people were murdered, with any known survivors fleeing the area. Exploring Niwa, Marianne finds the location has strong ties to the spirit realm, and evidence that Thomas, the resort's manager, and his daughter Lilianne were at the epicenter of the Niwa Massacre. In the spirit world, she encounters Sadness, the spirit of a young girl who warns her of the Maw, a hostile and malevolent spirit bound to the area that has managed to partially exist in the real world. She reveals that it was responsible for the Niwa Massacre, as it possessed human hosts, using their bodies to murder others, and is now hunting down Marianne to sate its hunger and escape Niwa using her body. Marianne repeatedly offers to send Sadness to her peace, but Sadness refuses. Through her visions, Marianne discovers that Sadness is a spiritual manifestation of Lilianne, who is molested by Thomas's older and trusted friend, Richard. Marianne learns that Thomas was also a medium, who was experimented on by Nazis and Soviets who found out that his powers could be used to sever people's minds from their bodies. He escaped their captivity, fled back to Poland, got an education, started a family, and hid in plain sight by working at Niwa as the resort manager. An agent of security services within the Polish Ministry of Interior named Henry hunted Thomas down, subdued him, and forced him to watch as he set fire to Thomas's home with his children inside, causing Thomas to attack and murder him. Marianne discovers that Thomas is her father and Lilianne is her sister. As a child, Marianne fell into a coma after the fire, and Thomas abandoned her at the hospital in hopes that she would be adopted and live a normal life that he couldn't give her, while he remained at Niwa with Lilianne. Marianne discovers a fallout bunker hidden beneath the ruins of her family's burned home where she encounters Thomas's spirit half. He explains to Marianne that Lilianne had trouble controlling her own powers, so Thomas kept her confined in the bunker. However, this did not stop Lilianne's powers from going out of control, and after she was raped by Richard, she created the Maw as a spiritual manifestation of her tormented soul. Eventually, the Maw broke out of the bunker and caused the Niwa Massacre. While Thomas's spirit half is confident that Thomas would never have killed Lilianne, he has no idea of Thomas's current whereabouts, having been disconnected from him for many years now. As the Maw approaches, Thomas's spirit half assures Marianne that she is the only one that can end this, and sends her away, preparing to sacrifice himself to delay the Maw. Still troubled over Lilianne's fate, Marianne leaves the bunker and heads for the lake she saw in her dreams. There, she encounters Lilianne, who is alive, and explains that the dream Marianne has been seeing is not a memory of the past, but a vision of the future. She hands Marianne a gun and pleads with Marianne to kill her, as the Maw cannot be banished as long as she is alive, being one of her spiritual manifestations. The Maw arrives, and Marianne puts the gun to her own head, threatening to kill herself instead, as without her as its medium host body, the Maw will remain trapped at Niwa forever. A gunshot is heard, and Thomas is seen wandering the spirit world, stopping briefly to pick up his pocket watch.